They're going to turn him into a safety.
The Raider way, or the Raider tenets of commitment to excellence, just win, baby. Once a Raider, always a Raider.
To the back, and it's caught! There for the touchdown! Zach Wilson throws in traffic. It's picked off by Robert Spillane. Spillane taking off. He's down. He's in a little bit of trouble, but Adams gets him out of it. He got free in the secondary to the 23-yard. Looking downfield for Devontae Adams. He's got it. Touchdown Raiders. Oh, a dice roll in Vegas for 6. The Raiders at the 40-yard line, and O'Connell wants to take a deep shot. And he's got Trey Tucker out there. Tucker diving, and he makes the catch inside the 10.
As a young guy, I had a dream that someday I would build the finest organization in professional sports.
You know, that's where we really should move. That would stick it to him.
Big birthday in Vegas this year. I love Vegas.
The man who became defined by 3 words was ready to make history on that day.
Just win, baby.
Breaking news, the Raiders have a new general manager coming.
The Las Vegas Raiders are hiring John Spytek as their new general manager. Breaking news into First Take, Adam Schefter tweeted moments ago, Pete Carroll and the Raiders now have reached an agreement on a 3-year deal.
Pete Carroll's the coach to go build up the Raiders. This is a great.
With the 6th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Ashton Jeanty, running back, Boise State.
I've got that lightning inside me, son of a god. I'm like a titan that's rising, oh, just you watch. I'm stepping into fate. There is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me. This is how legends legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I'm cranking up on the throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight. I've come too far to quit. Step back, I'm going in. I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made.
Salute Raider Nation. Appreciate you all showing up here tonight. Frickin' really do appreciate it. Salute to the chat. Salute to the mods in the chat. Frickin' salute to the panel. Appreciate everybody showing up. Hero, Jack, King, Seth, all you guys, man. Really do appreciate it. Rudy, Stunner, really do appreciate it. Harvey, really do appreciate it. Salute Cortez, appreciate you too, bro. Really do appreciate all you guys rolling through here tonight. So if you guys want to give a shout out real quick, you're more than welcome to give a shout out.
Yes, how everybody doing? It's the #1 Raider Stunner. What? I just want to first of all say congratulations to Dustin and Crystal on their marriage. And I'd like to give a shout out to Rudy and the rest of Raider Nation. And when you get great coaches, you get great players. And after you get great coaches, then you get great players. You only tell them one thing: just win, baby. All right, Rudy, you up?
Yeah, salute everyone. Just cool to come online and talk about Raider football, and
Salute, Ozzy.
Like to get the new news, and when news comes up, I don't mind going on Instagram or even coming here and just talk about it. I just listen to other people, and then I put my own input, a little bit more of a reactor than anything else. Because I actually tell people where I got my info from and react to it, and if I agree or disagree with it. That's what I do. I don't pretend like it's mine. The only thing that I would know is mine is if I do the research, all research, which is not easy to do. Sometimes you can learn from other people and learn it, but you don't take credit for something that's not yours. You got to let the source where you got it from and let people know. I get sources from outside of football, even like Black and White Sports talks more than sports. I get sources from there. Anything related to it, I'll mention it. That's all I got to say.
Heck yeah, I appreciate it. So outside of that, we're going to basically start off with Michael Mayer not going anywhere. A lot of people were talking about Michael Mayer getting traded during the, off season and everything through the draft and so on. And pretty much here today, when Dolphins called to try to trade for Michael Mayer, we weren't interested in trading him to begin with, because I believe Chip Kelly knows that Michael Mayer showed up this year and he's going to be playing really good. And I think that he believes that with Bowers and him, that they can run the 12 and 13 personnel, which would gain massive advantage to us, especially in the run game, to favor us, especially with Genty working with this line, new players, new everything. I think it's a massive advantage, and I think it's a massive tell that basically Spytek and them said whatever the Dolphins were willing to offer, we weren't even willing to accept. They ended up trading for Darren Waller from the Giants. So Darren Waller is going to head over to Miami. He's been out for a year, and he's basically going to go over there and play with Tua and all them. Do I think that he's good enough to go back there? I mean, he looks like he's in shape pretty good. I mean, I don't think he ever got out of shape. I just probably don't think that he liked that team, because he's publicly said that the reason that he said he was quitting football is I think he was playing the Bills. I think they were playing the Bills and the Giants, and they decided to use him as a fullback, and he was like, bullshit. So he said, like, I'm not playing fullback or blocking like that. So basically, he said that he played out the rest of that season, and then that's why he retired, because Dabo didn't know how to use him. Do I think when he goes over here, will he be all right? I mean, I guess time will tell. We're about to hit camp, you know, and this is the thing I think of, you know, Mike's a goofy little fucker over there, dude, and he looks like he's the biggest cokehead on the face of the earth. But I don't think McDaniels would have traded for him if he didn't feel like he was going to bring some value to the team. So I think he still looks at him as a player that can stretch the field, catch the ball, basically a receiver at the tight end position. And I believe that he thinks he can intermittent him throughout the year and, you know, make him decently good. I don't know what the contract status on him was, because Waller got paid over there. And then if the Giants had owned his rights, means that he's probably still in the contract. So I don't know how that's going to work. So, I mean, if we're sitting here looking at them trying to trade for Michael Mayer for, you know, $2 million, and then turned around and traded for him for 10 or more, I don't know. But I don't know. It just shows like they were pretty interested in getting a player that they felt can contribute right away. And they think Michael Mayer, of all the people on all the rosters, they were looking to target him to run and block for them over there. And like I said, him being in Chip Kelly's offense this year, it's only going to benefit us massively. So.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. You know, with Michael Mayer, he's a balanced tight end. He's a receiving tight end, a blocking tight end. He was a guy that I said that should have been the starting one, but when you get a guy like Brock Bowers, it's like you got the phenomenon tight end, and you got a good tight end, and you got the phenomenon tight end, and that kind of messes things up a little bit. But he's still very valuable. I mean, if you're going to move Brock Bowers everywhere, like he won't just be in the tight end spot, but if he's in the slot, you definitely want to have Michael Mayer right there blocking and be used as and you know, everybody's going to think it's Brock Bowers, and then they throw the ball right to Michael Mayer, you know, because they're not going to look at Michael Mayer as a threat. But he's good. I think he's a hidden shadow blade is what he really is. And I like his size, you know, 6'4", 265, and he's very agile for his size. I mean, I've seen him. He can jump up pretty high for a big dude, you know. And I know people nicknamed him Mini Gronk and everything, but the guy is big. He's very big. I would not get rid of that guy. I'm glad that we didn't. And I remember seeing that rumors of the Dolphins trying to get him, because the other topic I'll talk about later on, we'll talk more about that area. But yeah, the Giants desperately, I guess their tight end room is bad, and that's why they wanted our Michael Mayer. You know, he'd be the number one tight end if they got him.
It's not bad, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's. I mean, the Giants, man, they're just you know. I think they did great, like in the draft and all that, but man, free agency isn't looking too good for them, though.
I mean, let's think about this. Who's the last dominant tight end that the New York Giants had, man? You got a thing like you playing Super Mario Brothers and use the warp zone and take a trip back to the 80s in 1986. What we talking about, Mark Bavaro? That's it.
Actually, there was Jeremy Shockey. Actually, was
yeah,
the Giants.
Yeah, Jeremy.
But he ended up going to the Saints. So
yeah. Damn. Oh yeah.
But yeah, you know, it's not always about having a great elite tight end. You don't have to have a great elite tight end. You just got to have tight ends who can at least block and stuff. Mostly, like Dustin was saying, the run block is very crucial with the tight ends. You know, for
very important. Very important. That's what Kerry Kittles did with the San Francisco 49ers. He can run. He can block well. Yeah. So that's very important to a team. My opinion.
I mean, there's only a few tight ends in the league that can run in, that can pass block and run block and catch the ball. I mean, there's not very many out there that can be all around. And like I said, I was content with Michael Mayer because I felt like he can be a really good tight end. That's why I wanted to jump the Broncos and take Bo Nix, because I wasn't really worried about getting the tight end at the time. The fact that we fast forward and we got Bowers and Mayer is fine. The thing that is even more of a plus is Michael Mayer showed up to camp this year while Bowers was getting his degree, and he's just been playing phenomenal ball. Chip Kelly has talked about him numerous times already, about how he's played, how he's looked, how he showed up to camp just meaner and better than, obviously years before. I think Chip sees that with Michael Mayer in the team and Bowers, it has way more advantage than it was to get rid of him. See, a lot of people keep on talking about, oh, they're just going to feed Bowers this year. They're going to feed Bowers. Look, dude, there's too many good players on this team to just feed one individual person. You feed a person when everybody else is injured. So we'll go on to the year and see how injuries plague us to see if he's going to get fed the ball more. But to just go out there and, label your game to just him getting the ball, it doesn't make sense. You have a guy like Michael Mayer that's just as deadly out there. He's a big boy, and you are right. They have called him Baby Gronk because he does possess that type of skill set that if he is to be developed, that's a fucking steal for us right there, And you're telling me that we have two of these guys on a roster? That'd be like Aaron Hernandez and frickin' Gronk at the Patriots, where you have two really good ass fucking players. Now, I'm not saying that they are that. I'm saying if they do become that, that advantages us massively. It allows us to be able to run the ball heavy, just like Chip likes to do in his system. It favors Geno from not throwing interceptions. It helps us a lot, going throughout the year. Instead of Geno throwing the ball, 40, 50 times, he throws the ball anywhere between 25 and 30 times. His reps go down, but his yards will still stay the same, because on big plays, when you're running the ball and you play action off it, you can send a guy fucking 50 yards downfield on shit like that. So I think them saying that they weren't getting rid of Mayer just states just how much they're going to run that 12 and 13 personnel within the Raiders. And not only that, they don't just have two tight ends. They have three fucking tight ends in this year, dude. Like, we have three pretty good tight ends in this on our team at the moment. So if everything pans out, and that's the other thing. If they felt like the third string guy is a pretty good dude for our team too. We have four guys, but literally like that third spot, there's two guys battling back and forth in there.
Right.
But I think that if they felt like our team has that much depth at tight end, they didn't trade Michael Mayer. So I think they look at him as way higher value than what people are even letting on to be. And I just think it's going to help us out drastically with our team this year. I mean, the defense has been the major glare over, long fucking 20 years, like it's just not just been recently, it's been the whole fucking time. Offense for the Raiders have always had pretty good offense. So even with shit team, players are not. Derek Carr's had pretty good 3,500, 4,000 yard seasons. Fuck, damn near the whole time he's been in the NFL. So I've said I don't think the offense has ever really plagued. It's the defense. And if this year we're going to try to go out there and win, you got to do one of two things. Either you're playing defensively football to slow down their offense, or we just got to come out here and score every fucking time we get the ball. I mean, that's pretty much the only way you're going to go out and win those type of games, is just us score every fucking time, And I don't like those kind of games, because you get one bad possession, they get a fucking score, puts us behind, Like, I don't like doing that type of shit. But I'm hoping that the defense can show up this year, kind of help out a little bit, and then let that offense take off with all these players. I mean, we're going to be a tough team to stop offensively. It's just facts. We're going to be a tough team.
Right.
You guys have anything else you want to add to this, or?
Yeah.
I got it all out.
Well, Well, my topic is I just want the
No,
defense
no,
to
no,
do.
no, no. Do you
What's
want
the
anything
Michael Mayer
else
thing?
you want to say about the Michael Mayer?
Oh yeah, the Michael Mayer situation. I'm just glad he
Loose change.
remaining with the Raiders, and he's not going anywhere. He's remaining where he belongs at. Because I believe that Brock Bowers and him, they're gonna be a real good duo in the NFL together.
Do you have anything else you want to add, Rudy?
Oh, I'm good. I got everything I could think of.
All right. So basically, at the end of the day, it was a good move on Spytek not to give up Michael Mayer. I think he'll pay big dividends in our offense this year. So kudos to Spytek again. Guy just going out there hitting home runs every time he gets a chance. So outside of that, we're going to jump into the next conversation, which is Geno gearing up. Basically ever since Geno's got here, he's had good days and he's had bad days. He's had issues struggling with the offense and Chip Kelly's offense right off the get-go when he first got in here. As he picked it up, he has a little bit, but still in the last day of camp, he still threw 2 interceptions. So basically right now, Geno's at a park. He's practicing with the players. So he's basically out there. He's trying to get his rhythm down. He's trying to connect with these guys. He is putting in the work to try to come here and be the best quarterback he can. I'm not going to discredit him. I mean, like I said, a lot of guys could have traveled out, went other places. He has numerous of the offensive receivers there with him, and he's been practicing with them for the last few days. But I think Geno, like I said, wants to put in the work and able to be able to come here as good as he can. I've always said I'm just skeptic of his interceptions. I think if Geno is to, get the chemistry down, be able to gel with the players and the new players, learn the system, be able to do multiple things. They're asking a lot of them in year one. So it's going to be a lot of things that this guy's got to go through. But I've always said that was the thing I liked about Derek Carr. Derek Carr got the team together every single year. They used to practice at the park every year. They spend a lot of time out there together. So I think when you're looking at Geno coming here, talking with those guys, getting them all together and going out there and trying to develop the chemistry, play, just understanding what fucking routes they take, how they move, that's big time. And they're going to come back with pads on. So you better know your players, man, when you're coming back with pads on, because they're going to be able to hit people. You may not get hit, but your players are going to get hit for sure. So you got to put them into the best spots as physically possible. But that was the other thing Geno was practicing with. He did have his helmet and pads on while he was practicing. So he didn't have his shirt and stuff on. He just had his pads on. But I mean, again, he's trying to gear up, man. But I'm just going to tell it to you guys like this. I don't care about what reports are being said out there about them saying like there's no quarterback battle at that position, this, that, the other. I've said it. Geno or Aiden O'Connell has come this year looking like a bat out of hell. So if I was Geno, I'd most definitely be practicing like a motherfucker right now for sure. Because and the thing that got me just like it has me to where I think Aiden's in his head. The biggest thing that's been said through this whole entire camp by every single person that's out there, people that's been reporting, they don't have pads on. Well, Geno made damn sure he had pads on at this practice here. So, like I said, I think Geno's going to try, but man, I'm telling you, Aiden looks good, dude. And at the end of the day, people can false report on shit all they want. I've said it, beat writers, we can go back for the last 3-4 years with Hondo. The guy is so full of shit, dude. The guy bullshits on all kinds of topics, just like he did AP and Gardner last year, just like he did with the fucking Jimmy, just like he made up fucking reports when he first came over here as a beat writer for the Raiders. I mean, people can take whatever they want, with a grain of salt. But I've said it. I got people that are there. I got people that don't fucking have a reason to lie to me. I've said it. I don't get paid to do this. I don't ask anybody for money. I have no reason to make up a false narrative just to to suit any conversation. I don't do that. I've been told straight up 100% that Aiden looks really fucking good. He's slimmed down. He looks bulked up. That he's a lot quicker out there. He's moving around in the pocket a lot better. He knows Chip Kelly's system better than fucking Geno does. I've heard multiple reports, and I've said it. If Aiden's going to be able to win this job, Aiden's going to have to go out there and straight beat Geno in camp. It can't be in preseason. It can't be anywhere else. So I've said it. If he's going to beat him or compete against him, it'll be in the camp during the camp. And if Geno just falls off that bad or throws that many interceptions, that's on him. But for him to be out in the park practicing right now only shows that he don't want to do that this year. He wants to be able to gel with his players. I think, like I've said, with Chip running the ball a lot, it's going to keep his numbers down. It's not going to be so pass heavy. And I think he'll have a better chance at it. I mean, think about it. Geno got sacked 50 freaking times last year. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of fucking times. So I think being here, having the protection with Mayer and Bowers and, his fucking 5 linemen, letting Genty run the ball, it'll keep him from throwing interceptions and not only that, forced turnovers. I mean, he had 24 turnovers last year between interceptions and forced fumbles. He had 9 forced fumbles that they got off of him last year. So you got to be very careful playing with Geno, and relationships or personal feelings doesn't win football games, dude. Like, you can have faith in a guy, but how many movies do you see their true life stories that when they had faith with them, they fell off the end of the end of the earth? So you can't just sit here and say, like, because this guy likes him or this guy trusts him. Like, that's a good part of football, but everybody knows between the ages of 34 and fucking 40, people start to either fucking fall off the face of the earth or they do start to pick up and they do fucking carry out towards the end. We'll have to hope that that's what we're going to get out of Geno, is the pick up and fucking carry it out to the end. But the difference is you can't neglect the turnovers, man. I mean, 24 turnovers is insane. I've said it, when you're forced fumbled 9 fucking times, you 15 interceptions. I mean, that's a lot, dude. Like, that's a lot. So you gotta be prepared on that. And like I said, Geno's trying to take those steps to show that he's preparing right now, which is good for him. Like, I have zero issue with it. And like I said, some of the plays looked pretty good, but even in some of the plays with the pads, I mean, he overthrew a few people. He was behind on a few passes. I mean, like I said, we'll have to just see how it turns out when we get back here. And, well, it's going to happen sooner than later. We're already in July, huh? So it's going to be here quick. So we'll be in camp here, the 17th, I think. So I think, like I said, we're going to have to get it together real quick. This season's going to happen way faster than we realize. I mean, think about it. We're already in fucking July. Like, shit, man. The 17th, I think it's the 14th, or I think 17th is when they come back for camp. So I mean, that shit's gonna come back quick as hell. So, and then we're gonna start a fucking preseason. Then we'll be going. Damn, it's gonna be crazy. But like I said, I got a lot of faith in this team, man. And I've said it. I don't dislike Geno. I like Geno, man. But I just always say, keep it real in all conversations, no matter what the conversation is. Like, I don't hate Geno. I don't dislike him. I just say, like, Aiden's numbers and his 17-game start, dude, dogs this fucking guy. The one thing that Geno has in the beginning of his career, just like he has towards the end of his career, is the interception to touchdown ratio. He had 13 touchdowns to 20 interceptions in his first fucking year in the NFL. Aiden, dude, his numbers is like 20-9. Aiden's got really good numbers. Like, and Aiden doesn't turn over the ball that many times. And I think people forget, like, Aiden was the last person to beat the Chiefs in their house. He damn near did it fucking twice in a row if it wasn't due to a botched fucking snap. Aiden went into the Chiefs' house, put up 340 yards, 140 with Bowers, dude. Fucking, he put up 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and lost the game due to a fucking botched snap. Like, that's how the things that I don't like, that we're not crediting a guy that's gone into the fucking wolf den and damn near fucking ass handed it to those fucking Chiefs. and he would have back-to-back them there, dude, and nobody else has beat them in their home. Aiden would have did it twice in a row. And not only that, people sat there and said, well, the first time Aiden was won, Aiden didn't throw the fucking ball outside the first quarter, and Aiden didn't do nothing to win that game. Well, Aiden made sure of it this time back. He fucking did show that, hey, I put up 340 fucking yards on these dudes and fucking 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Like, yeah, you can run with that story in the first one, but Aiden made damn sure in the second game, he fucking brought that shit right the fuck back. So, I mean, to go and just flip your fucking numbers like that pretty much says, hey, I can fucking score anywhere. And he does. He scores in Denver. He scores in the Chiefs. He scores in the Chargers. Like, Aiden knows how to score in the division. So I've just said, fucking, they better just give a fair chance in this deal. And I give it to Gino for preparing, dude, outside there. But Aiden's doing the same motherfucking thing. You know damn well. So,
the jack of all trades when it comes to being a good quarterback, man.
Yeah, and I don't want to see, like, if Gino wins going out of camp, like, you know, just outright wins it, I don't want to see him get hurt. You know what I mean? Like, I want him to go out there and fucking win. You know, like, I want to win games. So I don't want to see him get hurt, dude, and I don't want to see Aiden take over the spot again due to injury. You know, like, I hate that shit. So I hope Gino is prepared. I hope Gino's ready. And like I said, with him at the park training with the players, right now, like, it's showing that he's trying, so that's for damn sure. And then not only that, I guess he flew out JPJ to Florida, dude, to go fucking take snaps with him and shit. So I mean, Gino's trying. He flew him out there to Fort Lauderdale, I think. And then fucking he flew him out there, took snaps with Gino, everything like that, just so he can get, you know, comfortable with him. So I'm hoping it works out, dude. Like, I really am. So, but he's putting in the work to most definitely at least get there. You know what I mean? I've said it. I'm not a Gino fan, man. Like, people overrate yards. This guy in 2022 had a really good year. The years before that, he was a 9-8 quarterback. And I've said it, Derek Carr's put up more fucking yards. Derek Carr put up 4,800 motherfucking yards, you know? Like, the yards ain't going to determine playoffs, dude. It's touchdown interceptions that usually determine playoffs. So I just hope, like I said, at the end of the day, Gino can fix that fucking interception ratio, go out there and put up 20 touchdowns with 10 interceptions, with us running the ball heavy. I mean, I think we'd be all right, you know? So I'm just hoping, not only that, I'm hoping in the Chip Kelly offense, like, we're scoring 2 touchdowns passing per game, you know? That's what I'd be hoping. So, and then if you're getting a rushing touchdown inside there, you're 21. Then outside your field goals, you can be like 24, 27 points per game, which is pretty good. If you average that throughout the whole season, you're going to probably make the playoffs. You know what I mean? So I just think, long story short, I just hope it works out, man. But you guys got anything on that?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, with Geno Smith, like I said, even if he struggles, yes, Aiden O'Connell is the best insurance policy. Yes, Aiden has more familiarity. The guy switched from an air raid offense to a West Coast offense, you know, with what's his name last year. But it was
Luke
a bad
Getsy.
West Coast offense. Who?
Luke Getsy.
Luke Getsy, yeah. Luke Getsy, and then now it's a slightly different West Coast offense. Hopefully, I mean, Luke Getsy was supposed to be a running offense too. Really, Al Davis never liked running offenses. He liked passing, deep ball passing. But you can't be a deep ball passer. You become one-dimensional. Even John Madden says that too. But Geno Smith, he is a journeyman. Yes.
Salute, I'm not Bruno. Salute, bro.
Yeah, when he went to New York is a quarterback-destroying team. There hasn't been a good quarterback in a long time since Joe Namath. I mean, it's just like no matter – and people think these quarterbacks are technically bust, but the truth was when you're a quarterback, it doesn't matter what quarterback you are. You come to New York, you're a bust automatically. That's why you want to avoid getting drafted by the New York Jets, you know. Yes, he was a journeyman. Yes, he improved. Is he a consistent quarterback? No, he's a balanced quarterback. Running game helps Geno Smith. When he was working under Pete Carroll, he did really good. After Pete Carroll was gone, he started declining, and so we'll have to see if this offensive line blocks and runs more. I think Geno will be a decent quarterback. He'll do better than Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo, he just was, he was just. I think he took too many shots in the head and wasn't the same quarterback. He was always just a systematic quarterback, and he just straight up sucked. And I said to everyone that Jimmy Garoppolo was brittle as hell, and that when he plays the Pittsburgh Steelers, he'll get taken out. And what happened? T.J. Watt took out Jimmy Garoppolo right there. So I'm thinking though that Geno will be an upgrade versus a Geno Smith or even garbage Minshew. But like I said, I wouldn't call him a long-term deal. He's a short-term deal. Hopefully, we'll have to see. I think that, Aiden O'Connell, if he shows up more, he could be a long-term deal in the future. But only time will tell. I like to watch the preseason, see how these quarterbacks play. Hopefully, Geno will play and Aiden will both play. I don't like it when they don't play the starters. We need to play those starters so they can get in football shape and be ready for the regular season.
Yeah, my opinion about Geno Smith, I was never really a big Geno Smith fan. To me, he always been a mediocre quarterback. And I personally, my opinion, I think that Aiden O'Connell should have been the starter anyway, because he is an elite quarterback in my opinion. So I was never sold on Geno Smith. He was just a mediocre quarterback to me. But I think Aiden O'Connell gonna outwork him in OTAs. And now you got training camp coming, so really he's gonna catch on fire. And his training camp coming up. I really think so. I know so. So that's my opinion about that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, part of me, dude, as much as people may not like it or not, I've watched Aiden when he was in Purdue. I've watched Aiden, man, come through that fucking 8 quarterback lineup. I've watched Aiden go through the whole entire controversy of everything. I've watched him play good fucking football there. When he came here, man, and Bo Hardegree basically, looked at him in the middle of the season to say, hey, man, you're going to go out there and take over, when they had zero plans to even play him one snap. And the kid goes out there and goes 5-5, and looks pretty good in certain games. Did he get beat up in one game? Yeah, he did, but I don't judge him in one game. I judge him over the whole time span, and every single time Aiden's been called upon, dude, he's done us pretty good the whole entire time. So there's like a part of me that's selfish, because I want to see the kid do well. Like, I want to see him go out there and fucking play well. But the other part of me is like, I'm not trying to sit and say like, hey, go against Geno, like he's going to do. I just want the best player to play. That's what I want. Like, I don't want to sit here and say like, if Geno's throwing interception after interception and we're looking past that, like, I don't want to do that. Like, and who cares if we paid Geno what we did? If Aiden's a better quarterback, that's what we're looking for, is a franchise quarterback. And when he's only 26 years old, that's a pretty big deal to just overlook it. You know what I mean? So I think if he has the time, and he can prove it, go for it. You know what I mean? But I just think at the end of the day, let the best man play. If Geno's out there doing the best, then let him be the best. You know what I mean? So I don't have any hate against either quarterback. It's just part of me wants to see Aiden fucking beat him. Like, I'm just going to be dead ass serious about it. Like, I'm not going to say it and sugarcoat shit. I'm just going to say how I feel. So I hope he goes out there and just beats the shit out of him and can't. But if he don't, I mean, being a backup, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just kind of disappointing, I think, because, I mean, Josh fucking drafted that dude and then fucking basically gave up on him too right away, So we'll see. We'll see. But like I said, Gino putting in the work. Gino's over there practicing with the players. I know he had Brock out there, everything. So I know he's trying to gel with the starting players, obviously. So like I said, we'll see where it goes from there. You have anything else you guys want to add on this topic?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good too.
All right, fucking. I just gotta grab my phone. So basically, just have a topic about signing a player like Judon or Javion Clowney. You know, if Wilkins doesn't end up playing this year and we end up losing him at that position, do we sign another player and bring in, which I think if you're bringing in a Matthew Judon or Javion Clowney, you're bringing in an edge person, which would determine, like I've said in the past, moving Tyree Wilson back into the inside, which that's where I think he would do his best justice. I mean, his wingspan is bigger than DeForest Buckner, dude. He has almost the exact same tangibles, weight, everything as DeForest Buckner. I think he's probably 10 pounds under him. I think probably maybe 10 pounds underneath him. But at the end of the day, I think like if we were to play Tyree on the inside, let Butler be the dominant NT, I think, man, we would do pretty good by adding a guy like Judon or Clowney. The only thing is like Judon, I don't know if you want to bring him in, like, particularly, because I don't want him taking over Kuntz's job at all. Like, I don't even want him to interfere with his job at all. I think if you go with like Clowney or something, like Clowney's been rotational player for the last few years. I think if he was to be rotational here in our team, would only give us more depth here. But I don't know if he'd become a liability either, because he hasn't really done much over the time. And I don't know, like, are we saying that Clowney's taken over Snowden's job? Like, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Even if Judon came and wanted to take over Snowden's job in rotation, I wouldn't have any problem with that. But if we're sitting here looking at like Max Crosby, he don't even take no snaps off. And I mean, are they planning on give him like a 60% snap rate? Like, is that what they're going to do, or 80% snap rate? And then if you're going to put in Clowney or Judon, like, I probably wouldn't have any issue with that either, because I mean, Max needs to take a break. So I wouldn't be against it. And I mean, if you look at Max over the last few years, Max has been getting more and more hurt. I mean, he's been out of 5 games last year. He had to pull out of the year before. Over the last 3 years, he's had 6 surgeries. I mean, I think you probably need to be able to find a guy that can come in for, about $10 million and be able to rotate out of there to give Max breathers, Like, having Max have some breathers isn't a bad thing for the team at all. And not only that, it goes the same way for Malcolm Kuntz. And Snowden, man, I mean, I'm not going to say he hasn't played good, but I would have liked to kept fucking the other guy, damn it, the other DN that we got that fucking played pretty good. And I was hoping we were going to sign him, but we didn't.
Jacksonville Jaguar?
Yeah. And I fucking can't remember his fucking name right now for some reason. I'm trying to talk around it so I can remember his name, but I liked him a lot.
He got rejuvenated. That's what happened.
Yeah, he fucking came out big time, and I think we settled with Snowden because he ended up signing somewhere else, and then I think we were like, Snowden played good, but he also had that DUI, dude. Fucking like, guy woke up, he didn't even know what fucking state he was in, dude. That dude was fucked up. So at the end of the day, I don't have a problem with him drinking. I just, you don't want to be on fucking camera fucking talking like you're in fucking Mexico when you're fucking in Vegas. You fucking probably thought he was in Spain. Who fucking knows, But I think at the end of the day, we gotta want to have what's best for our team, and people like that can end up hurting the team if we get into a losing streak, dude, and then they want to just fucking go around drinking and come into the place all fucked up. I mean, it's not a good look, and then you're stuck with those guys because you've already paid him, and the only other option is to cut that motherfucker. And if you can't pull someone through the waiver wire or something, you can't just cut them, you know? So sometimes it creates a bad environment. And I just think, like, at the end of the day, do you bring in a Judon or do you bring in a Clowney? Which Clowney, I don't know Clowney personally, so I don't know how he does in the locker room or not. And I don't know how Judon does in the locker room either, you know? So I can't sit here and speak on them like if they're going to be a bad presence or a good presence. But what I would say is whoever we do sign at that deal, it needs to have a good presence in the locker room to want to help develop players, in my opinion. And that's why I would kind of be like, would be good for, I would kind of be good if it was Judon, just because he has a higher, you know, production rate over Clowney. But fuck, I don't know. I don't know. But what do you guys think?
I just found out who that defensive end that you were talking about. His name was Clavon Chasen, the former Jaguar.
Yeah. I couldn't fucking
uh,
remember his name to save my fucking life.
Yeah, I was looking on my phone and everything, and then you're talking about. Yeah, I agree with you. The defensive line, it's a tank position. Tanks and the linebackers are kind of like the support, and then the DBs are a little bit like support damagers. The tanks take a lot of damage, and defensive ends and tackles, they do, and especially Crosby, he has the energy, but when his body takes a lot of pounding from the old lineman, he gets hurt, you know. And you're right. You need to have him out. Even when he feels like he could still play a little bit, he needs to be out and let someone take his spot for a while. And, you know, he doesn't have to go 100%. He can go 75 to 80% on the line so he doesn't get worn out and he doesn't get injured so much. I do agree with you there. But I think the defensive tackle position, since Christian Wilkins is out, we need to find someone, or if he's already on the team, just make sure that we have the guys, the depth. We got our guys that can stop the run. That's been our problem. I think the pass rush, like you said before, Tyree Wilson, he's a pass rusher tackle, but he's not a big run stopper type as a tackle, more defensive end, which is why he's a rotational guy. But, when you want big guys to stop the run, you want big, wide gap guys to stop the run, especially when you play against teams like Philadelphia or even the Dolphins, Dallas Cowboys, who have big old linemen. They just like to dog plow defensive linemen, and they use their size to do it. And it doesn't matter how tough your guys are. If they're undersized against these guys that are average weight, on the Eagles, it's like 235 pounds is the average weight of their offensive line, and that is big. They got the biggest O-line in the NFL. Their success in the Super Bowl is because of their big O-line. And, even though most teams we're playing against aren't, big physical offensive line, but when we face teams like the Eagles, that's why I'd say we got to have two big gap defensive tackles. I mean, yeah, you're not going to play these giant monsters all the time. You want to have them on third and short or fourth and short. If they decide to go for a quarterback sneak, you got to have size on that D line. But Tyree Wilson, great pass rusher. That's what he is. Just like Cleveland Farrell, pass rusher. Same motor, same engine. Just different size. Where Tyree Wilson's a lot taller, longer, bigger, but he's not a guy that will play every down. He will wear down and tire out. So hopefully the Raiders get that defensive tackle, the run stopper. We got some big guys, but even though they're big, doesn't always mean that they're going to be great run stoppers. But we got to have size and good run stopping. There's some fat boys that just can't run stop. They're just, it's probably because they're just mostly fat and no muscle, and and they get plowed or pushed around, and they get injured. The guy we're kind of like missing is a Jonathan Hankins prototype, and that's what we need, improving the run stop. Even though run stop was a lot better last year than the year before. You know, we were dead last year before stopping the run, but we have improved. But that doesn't mean we still need to not improve. We need to improve in all areas of our defense. There's no such thing as no improvement. We need to most definitely make improvements in stopping the run.
Go.
Okay, my opinion about that. First of all, what team did this Judon guy play for? Did he play for any other teams? Because I have no idea who he is.
Who are you talking about?
The player you were there talking about, his last name started with a J.
Judon, did you just say that he played for another team?
No, I'm asking. I said, did he play for any other teams?
Yeah, he played for the Patriots. He's played for numerous teams, Falcons. I mean, the guy is not a bad. He's not a bad.
I know you're talking about.
He's one of the best guys out there, to be honest. If we're just talking about at a pass rush deal, but the deal is how much are you going to pay him? I mean, are you sign a guy like him? Are you just bringing him for 1 year? I mean, there's reasons teams let him go. Even when he did produce a lot of sacks, so it's not like he doesn't produce them. Maybe he causes more penalties. Maybe he puts the team in more jeopardy. Like, I haven't watched him physically on the teams the last few years to know, like, is he creating more penalties than he is, you know, the sack production. You know, you can go out and put up 10 sacks, but if you're fucking going off sides, you know, 20 fucking times throughout the year, it's going to start offsetting shit like that, you know? So I don't know basically where he's at that point in his career. I do know he's productive still. Javion Clowney, I mean, obviously everybody knows both those players. I mean, they both played pretty well and been on good teams. I mean, the thing for me is something like James says here, you know, every time we sign big name people, the players suck for us and can't help it. It's facts. We give them big contracts and the guys don't Chandler fucking Jones. Perform to it. I mean, it's like everybody. It's like everybody. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking everybody. It's not just one fucking guy. It's every fucking guy. And I think at the end of the day, if you were to go out there and look at Tyree in year 3 versus Tyree in year 1, like, Tyree looks like a fucking beast right now, dude. Like, he looks like a man. He's solid out. He's finally defined himself pretty well. He's a fucking bulky, tough motherfucker. He's a bull rush guy. And I think, like I've said, dude, like, we play more in a 3-4. We have the capability of playing a 4-3 all day. It doesn't matter if we're a 3-4, 4-3. We're probably more dominant in the 3-4 just because of the players that we have. If you have Christian Wilkins with Butler, you'd be a good 4-3. But if you don't have that second dominant DT, I think you're just hurting yourself trying to just play mix and match. So for me, I've said it. I look, Tyree has spent a lot of time with Max Crosby. I don't know if he did attend the summit or not. I don't know. But I think at the end of the day, Max trains with Tyree over and over. I mean, I have so many videos of Tyree and Max doing individual hands-on-hand drill in training camp. Max was on him like damn near the whole fucking time, dude. And not only that, they were doing all kind of crazy drills. And I watched fucking Tyree fucking muck Max like 10 fucking yards back in one of those plays. Like, Tyree is a strong motherfucker. Like, he's not weak, dude. Tyree is a strong man. And I think if you're trying to get the best production from Kuntz and Max, why do you bring in Tyree to fuck up that deal? Like, fucking put Tyree on the inside. Make him demand double team on people. Tyree, if he gets a one-on-one, we've seen what he did to that Dallas Cowboys dude just in the preseason of his first year with the fucked up foot. He mucked that bitch like 10 fucking yards back, and that dude pushing like 320, you know? So Tyree's a very strong man. So if he gets that one-on-one inside, he's gonna push a guy up the lane. There's no doubt about it. and he's liable to throw the fucking guard right into the fucking quarterback, literally. So I think you're having to force a double team on Tyree, which again, where Rudy's right is that will he fatigue in time? Yeah, most definitely. But that's why you have Butler. That's why you have that Tunga dude. That's why you have frickin' JJ fucking Pegas. I mean, and I know it's not Pegas. You don't pronounce his name that way, but fucking, I'm gonna call him Pegas anyways. But you have guys that are up there on the line that can most definitely be rotational players. So I've said it. I've said it the whole time. I don't think I'd fuck with the line. I would fucking try to fucking sign a corner. I mean, I've made that clear as fucking day from day one. I would sign a motherfucking corner. If we can get a good corner, or if we can get Justin Simmons and put him at the safety and take fucking Jeremy Chin and put him at the nickelback, I mean, I think we can fucking do it just fine that way. So I don't care if we go trade for a corner. I don't care if we go sign a fucking corner. But if we're not signing one, the only other one I would do is Justin Simmons to the safety, because he can play the safety position, no doubt about it. And then you have Paulo back there with them, and then you just take Jeremy Chin, play him as a middle inside the box middle or outside linebacker, and you can play him in the fucking nickelback. I mean, I've said it. If you're trying to stop Kelsey, Chin's gonna stop Kelsey without a doubt. He's gonna lay the fucking wood to that dude. So I would fucking probably look to go Justin Simmons and move Chin down into the box. That's what I would fucking do. But and like I said, I mean, if you're starting your season with Porter, Stokes, and fucking Chin down there, I think you got a pretty good fucking lineup. I mean, if you're putting Bennett down there, I just think you're asking, just wait till he gets hurt. Like, what week is Bennett getting hurt? Like, if you were to go to Vegas, they're going to have a fucking betting odd on it, because the first 2 years of his career, he's been hurt both years. And not only just like one game, like fucking 8 games. So I wouldn't bank on Bennett. I mean, I would actually trade that motherfucker if it was me. But at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. But I would look for the Justin Simmons signing.
That dude is good for business.
Yeah, I just think Tyree, if he gets a chance inside, dude, I think he's going to prove a lot of people wrong. I mean, the guy is most definitely put on the weight. He's most definitely put on the fucking muscle. I mean, I think Tyree can shock a lot of people. And I mean, especially being in this defense and a Pete Carroll defense, I've said it. I don't know what it is about Pete Carroll, but he knows how to get the best from everybody. It's not just one motherfucker. It's every fucking guy. Like, Pete knows how to talk to people. He knows how to get the best out of them they can. Like, Tyree's going to play his best year this year. There's not a doubt in my mind. Like, I don't sit here and say, like, oh, man, is he going to – I mean, I think every player is going to play their best year of their career, if we're just being honest. I mean, our defenses have sucked, dude, for a long fucking time. So I think they're all about to have an actually pretty good, consistent year, just because of the fact they got a coach here that knows how to play defense and knows how to win championships. So it's a whole different mentality, dude. And I mean, you hear Pete talk about how he fucking has to change the work programs, how they don't get to have their 2-a-days, that they got to, confine them within this time. And he's learned it already and all this shit. So I'm hoping it pans out, man, if I'm just being honest. But like I said, I hope Tyree steps up this year in a big way. Like, I really do, because I think he's most definitely due. I think he's most definitely due. You guys have anything you want to add?
Yes, about Tyree Wilson. I just hope he steps it up from last year, because really he didn't get that many sacks last year. He got some, but not a lot. So I hope he just steps up his game so he can quiet the haters that say he's not putting forth of an effort to do more to make himself better.
Well, it's really hard to get sacks in the pass rusher, like the tackle position, because most tackles usually get like 4 to 5 and everything. Although there was, of course, Aaron Donald, who would get sack numbers that were equivalent to defensive ends, which is unheard of for defensive tackles. But he's not gonna be a guy that's gonna get like 10 sacks or anything. He's a guy would be acceptable with 5 sacks.
I was just going to say that.
5 sacks would be okay. Even 3 or 4 sacks would be okay. All he's got to
Right.
do is the pressures and all that cause the quarterback to go 3 and out. That's what matters the most. When a quarterback goes 3 and out, he's doing his job right. It's not always about having the sacks, just as long as he gets the quarterback to go 3 and out.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, a lot of people say like they are 2 different types of players, but playing defense is playing defense, owning your competition. And I mean, when Max can show Tyree how to fucking get under an arm or how to swoop a fucking arm to lift a player or get around a player, I think that's pretty much what he's probably sitting there showing him when a guy gets over the top of him, how to get around him. I mean, Max in practice, dude, I mean, you can just look it up on that fucking Las Vegas dude. He filmed pretty much every single practice of it, and it's one-on-one Max versus fucking Tyree all by themselves off to the side of the field with him and a trainer, and that's it. Like, and I've said it, Tyree looks way, way fucking different. That's for damn sure. Like, he looks way better, 100%, you know. At the end of the day, again, you're going to have to prove it on the field when we start out the season this year. And like I said, I mean, if everybody's to come out the way that they should come out, when you're sitting there looking at, you know, you got a fucking pretty solid linebacker crew now. You have people that have played fucking linebacker at some of the highest fucking levels out there. Your corner position is just the weakest position, in my fucking opinion. I mean, Chin in the backfield makes up for Paulo trying to come out and have his season. I mean, you're offsetting the players there. Your cornerback room is just kind of hard. It's like you have Richardson, you have Bennett, you have frickin' Porter, you have Stokes, you know, you have Holmes, you have a few guys that are back there that can most definitely play, but who the fuck is it that's going to play? You know, like from everything you hear in camp is Stokes is pretty solid there. Porter's coming on like a bat out of hell. So those would probably be your 2, you know, then you're still looking at who the fuck is your nickel corner because of the fact that Stokes, that's what he played in Green Bay, but that's obviously not what he's going to play here. So again, you're trying to figure out a lot of different spots over there. I mean, I've said I think the D line, I think it's still pretty good even without Wilkins. We have a lot of depth. We have a lot of rotational players. We have Malcolm Kuntz back. I mean, I think the only thing that'll hurt us is injury for 100%. You know, like 100%. But outside of it, I mean, from what I've heard, people aren't sitting there thinking that Christian Wilkins isn't going to start the season. A lot of people have even came and said that if they felt like Christian Wilkins wasn't going to start the season, they would already have the surgery by now. So I think in their minds, there's a pretty good chance that they think Christian Wilkins will take the field against New England in week 1, maybe in week 2. I don't know. But long story short, I mean, I don't think that I think if the Raiders thought it was that big, they would already have this guy taking the surgery. We have $32 fucking million. We would have traded for a player or signed a player. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's worried to them. Like, it doesn't seem like they're too fucking worried about it. And Pete's even said, like, it's a long trip for this injury. So let's not try to rush it back now. So I think he's just same thing, trying to bank on the later deal. Yeah, I think freaking, like I said, I just hope at the end of the day, like, I just hope it fucking works out, man. All right, we talked about Dolphins signing Waller. I mean, how did you guys feel about the Waller going to Miami?
Well, my opinion about Dan Waller going to Miami, you know, I really don't think he have he might be in good shape, but personally, my opinion, he don't really have that. In my opinion, I don't think he really had that much left in the tank. He might have somewhat of good skills, but he won't have no dominating skills like he was when he was with the Raiders, because they started to dwindle when he was with the New York Giants. and he went through his injuries, and he was injury prone, and I don't think he have much left in the tank. So that's my opinion about that.
Yeah, I kind of do agree with that. He's been injury prone because of even with us, he got hurt quite a bit, and he's more of a receiving tight end. He's not a great run blocking or pass blocking tight end because he's a long, slender-bodied tight end, and because of the age factor too. The thing is, he's getting old. I mean, and it's not by how old he is as actual age, but his football age. He's worn down, and he was out of football for a year. And sure, he could stay in football. Great shape, but how well is he in football shape is the thing. But there's two different shapes. There's football shape, and then there's just athletic shape. I think he's mostly athletic shape. He's not in good football shape because he hasn't played football. He's been out for about a year, and because he was injured and then retired, it makes it a lot harder for him. And I don't have too much of an opinion for Darren Waller. I have nothing against him. I thought he played really great with us with Derek Carr. He got 1,000 yards receiving as a tight end 2 times in a row with us. But the run was good. But I think he should just stay retired. But he's going to find out how hard it is. He's probably likely going to be a third tight end.
You think that he spent all his money? Fucking, that's why he's like, fuck it, I'll come back.
I think he wants to come back. Yeah.
He's doing his raps. He's doing his raps, dude. And he's like, fucking, I spent too much money. I suck. He's like, I suck. I probably made one good song with Gruden. Fucking, outside of that, I fucking suck ass.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Waller is horrible. And what's the deal with all these NFL guys that second they want to retire, they all want to go to fucking rapping, and they all fucking suck.
Wait a minute, wait,
suck, bro.
Say, wait. I got to flip the script a little bit. I remember when the answer, Allen Iverson, was playing basketball, right? And so-called, he was starting a rap career, right? So he had a rap album that came out,
but
right?
That's different. He came from the straight ghetto.
Yeah, I know, but I was saying, athletes becoming rappers, it don't make no sense. They asked 2 guys, what do you think of Allen Iverson, having a rap career? Man, one of the teenage kids say, his album sucks. He need to stick to basketball.
They said that about Shaq too.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Well, I mean, you look at all the football players that's done it. You got Waller, you have fucking dude from the Chiefs, you have Brown, you have numerous people that's fucking straight tried to retire to be rappers, and they all fucking suck ass. Like, I'm like, fuck, what is up with that? I think Waller's best song is the one that he did with Gruden about the Sports Center one. The beat, everything, like, that's probably the best song that guy made, like, straight up. Outside of that, this guy has fucking been ass cheeks big time.
Damn, man.
But I don't know. I mean, I've said it. I think Waller's in pretty good shape, dude. I mean, you don't usually keep 6-packs like that and fucking shit like that without fucking working out and eating right. I mean, I don't think Waller retired with the intention to retire. I think he just didn't like the fucking team, and he was probably hoping for a scenario like this where somebody else got his rights. And it shows. It shows because look, just because Miami trades for him doesn't mean he has to play. It doesn't mean a fucking thing. He's retired. So they obviously called him. They fucking told him, like, hey, man, if we trade for you, are you willing to come back out of retirement? And he was like, yeah. Like, straight up. So it didn't have nothing to do with he wanting to retire because he can't play no more. He didn't want to play for the fucking Giants. He didn't want to be over there in New York, dude. Like, straight the fuck up. So
what are you going to be doing for the Miami Dolphins that's sitting on the bench?
He's going to be doing a lot of cocaine. He's going to be doing a lot of cocaine with fucking Mike McDaniels, dude. Fucking straight up. That's going to be his number one target. That's going to be his number one target with fucking Waddle and fucking Hill. Like, he's gonna be there number one, dude. Like, watch. Like,
And
this fucking guy.
that damn Tyreek Hill, I saw him on a damn Instagram. I saw him on the Instagram post. He was talking to the Undertaker. Say, man, you was my main wrestler I used to use back in Nintendo when I had Nintendo 64.
Yeah, I mean, I think with Waller being down in Miami, it's a way different environment. It's like it's his environment. Like the no shirt, fucking no shoe type shit, fucking wearing sandals, like fucking the beach. It's the beach environment. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think that's why he probably hopped on that hella quick. And like I've said, dude, like don't doubt if this guy's gonna be doing a lot of cocaine there. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of these guys, but look, I hope Waller does great. I mean, it didn't affect us in any way, shape, or form. I've said, and I do agree with something that you said about it, being out for a year, he's not in football shape. I said the same thing about Henry Ruggs. People are talking about bringing Henry Ruggs back, and I'm like, motherfucker, you've been out for fucking 4 years. He hasn't even played on the football field in 4 fucking years. Year 1, he wasn't even that good. John Gruden had to fucking coach this motherfucker up till year 2. And then in year 2, he finally fucking took that step and started being a pretty good receiver. And you're telling me that we're going to sit there and try to say, hey, 5 years later, we're going to try to bring him back here, push on people like Beck, Jacoby, and fucking Thornton. I'm like, and Tucker, I'm like, that's the stupidest shit. These guys are playing every fucking day. They're practicing every fucking day. And we're going to push him off for a dude in the prison fucking playing the longest yard fucking and trying to come back here. Like, that's crazy as hell. Like, you can't do that. Like, what needs to happen for Ruggs, just being all serious, he needs to go to the XFL or the USFL and play in there. He needs to go there and play for a fucking year. And then after he gets back in, and then when he gets back into football shape, then fucking bring him back, just like Damon Arnett, just like numerous fucking people. So I think you gotta fucking, that's where you start with Ruggs. You don't just bring him straight back to the NFL. Like, that's like fucking trying to go like truck series in NASCAR and just jump in the bush straight to NASCAR. Like, you can't do that. That guy's not even fucking conditioned to run 500 fucking miles. Like, you're just not conditioned for it yet. And Ruggs didn't look any bigger sitting in that seat when he was apologizing than fucking what he did when we first got him. So he can't be doing that fucking good in weight training and all of that. Fuck, he ain't even bulked up. So I don't know, man. We'll have to see about that. But I agree. Like, you being out of the NFL for that many years, it's gonna hurt you big time. It's gonna hurt you big time. And then Waller being out just for that year, it's gonna hurt him too. So hopefully he can come back, but you never know. Waller looked like he's been in pretty good fucking shape, so you never know if Waller had the intention to practice, stay healthy, fucking this whole season when he was off, knowing that somebody else was going to come after him in the next year. Because I'm not going to lie, it's kind of mind blower to hear Miami fucking make, do that, and then fucking next thing you know, fucking here comes Waller. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, Waller wasn't even a fucking option. Like, where the fuck did Waller come from, dude? That's pretty much how I was thinking about that when I heard that shit. And then I thought, are we fucking for real? Like, somebody fucking around, or are we for real? Because they really call this guy and tell him, like, we're going to make a trade for you, and you're going to come play for us? And he's like, hell yeah. I'm like, all right, fuck. I guess when you're going from Daniel Jones to Tua, and then you're going from fucking, I like. There's a few fucking receivers I liked for the Giants. Not like they got some shit ass fucking squad, but I guess when you got Waddle and fucking Tyreek Hill, you're doing pretty good. I think they had God, there's 2 of those dudes I really like. Fucking God, is his name Shepard or fucking God? I can't even remember that fucking dude's name right now. They have 2 good receivers over there. Fucking, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on them, just like I did fucking Chase on. But either way, dude, obviously it's a night and day different squad over there. So
yeah.
Outside of that, but you guys have anything else you want to add on that or no?
No, I'm good.
All right. This is gonna be Rudy's talking here. The Ramsey trade.
Yeah. Yeah, the Ramsey thing was kind of surprising because that was what I was saying earlier. Not to intertwine the, you know, when we're talking about like when the Michael Mayer situation, and what happened was the Steelers wanted a little more. They said, "Oh yeah, we don't mind trading Ramsey, for Mika Fitzpatrick. We trade him, we get Ramsey, but we also get that tight end, and their tight end, I think their depth was already thinned out, and man, the Steelers give up a fifth round pick. The Dolphins give up a seventh round pick, but some people may think that the Dolphins win that trade, but yes, they get a slightly younger player that they originally drafted, and he is a very physical player, but I think he wanted out of the Steelers. I'm thinking there's a reason why he's traded, or he wanted more money, one of the two. And now the Steelers, they could turn Ramsey into a safety. That would be the smartest.
They said he's gonna take safety snaps.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little common sense. Even before you even had the reports and everything, I would have just figured it out without the reports either. Yeah, and that would make a lot of sense to put him as a safety. And I was telling my father, he's a Steelers fan too, that it's not a bad move, even though he's slightly older, maybe a year or two older than Fitzpatrick, Mika Fitzpatrick. But the guy has good awareness, very physical. I think he'll play a lot better as a safety than a corner, especially when players get older. Sometimes you just have to adapt and play differently because, you're getting old, you're not fast like you used to be, But when you become I think Ramsey will be a top safety. I think his safety switch position, he could be a top 5 safety in the NFL. I'm not saying he will. I'm just saying it's a good possibility he could be a top safety. It just depends on Ramsey if he wants to play that position well. Just like Charles Woodson, he switched to free safety and he played well. He got an interception off of Peyton Manning was with the Denver Donkeys, but we'll have to see. I'm just saying that Ramsey. That I know a lot of Raider fans said, "Oh, we want Ramsey, veteran corner, add him there so that he could take over and show the young corners how it's done." Well, no, he's not going to be with the Raiders. Just not going to happen. I'll be honest with you. I never liked Ramsey, and it's not because of his athletic ability. I like his athletic ability. It's that he's had off the field issues in the past. He had it with the Rams where he got into a fist fight with a teammate who played defense. The guy has some issues. I mean, he's a little bit of a risk, and he's getting older. So I didn't mind us not getting him. So I think that the Ramsey thing, Ramsey being on the Steelers will be a much better deal for him. And, I think, the Steelers, they deal with attitude, and I don't think he will fuck up with the Steelers because I think the Steelers, they have the way to dealing with no nonsense people. That's how they are. That's just like the Ravens. They're like that too. Like Harvey's cousin, what's
Rolando McClain.
Rolando McClain. He was a hard-hitting linebacker, but then the Ravens, they got hard on him, and he softened up, and they went to the Dallas Cowboys. He actually played pretty good with Dallas for a while, so he got injured, and but the one thing he was mostly a hard-hitting middle linebacker. That's what he is, And yeah, I did like seeing McClain suplex people, but it's not the WWE though. You get in trouble for that shit.
Yeah, fucking facts. He's straight suplex motherfuckers on the dirt, bro. Like just straight pick him up over his shoulder and throw that motherfucker right in the dirt. I mean, it's good to watch, dude, but you getting a 15-yard penalty fucking for that type of shit. It's not something you want to see all the time, that's for sure. Yeah, you want to see like a fucking Urlacher or a fucking Ray Lewis type mentality, or Luke Kuechly or fucking Patrick Willis. Like, you want to see somebody that's got that lurking, I'm going to hunt your ass down mentality, dude. Like, straight the fuck up, and you don't want me to catch you when I do. Like, if McClain would have played like that, he would have been a badass. I mean, he came from Nick Saban, Alabama, Nick Saban even liked him a lot, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it just kind of sucks how that whole deal went down. Like, it just sucks how
Yeah.
that whole deal went down. But it seems like that's how it happens with us all the time with players we draft. I mean, it just it fucking happens that way. I mean, I think I read in the comments earlier somebody brought up the Richard Seymour trade, and that probably was the most successful trade we've had over the years. Like, if we're just being honest, I mean, when we got fucking Warren Sapp, he was a fucking badass too for our team. There's only a few players that's literally came here and played great football while they were here. There's not very many that came here that, and all had big names. A lot of them had a lot of big names, man. But people started coming up with that, the saying that, oh, fucking good players come here to get their last contract and retire because they can get paid. You know, like that's what they were talking about us in the whole 2000s, like mad, you know. So
I had a friend when he was living, he used to tell me, he said, Harvey, let me tell you something. He said, the Raiders are a retirement home for NFL players. I said, what you mean, man? He said, think about it. When a player is toward the end of his career, what's the last team he played for? He said, the Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it goes with a lot of people, dude. I mean, look at Randy Moss. He comes here, he sucks dick, dude, goes to the Patriots, fucking wins 18 straight games, fucking was going to be one of the best. I mean, they were about to be undefeated outside the Dolphins, dude, and fucking end up fucking losing that game. But I think, like I said, when players come here, they fucking come to just retire, dude. It's just facts. I mean, we have the worst luck when it comes to signing players. I think another deal where somebody said, like, unless you're going to get Henderson, I mean, that's probably facts. Unless you're going to go pay out Henderson a big-ass contract like you do Max and them, yeah, you're probably right. That's probably going to be the only guy that's going to probably produce if we were to do that. But, again, I wouldn't want to do that. I don't want to pay out that much money. I don't want to fucking give up that much shit. I mean, I'd rather just stay with the players we got, draft again in this offseason, and then see where we're at after that draft. I mean, 2 Spytech drafts, we're going to be looking pretty fucking good. And, I mean, not only that, we're going to have a lot of money back on the books. I mean, they can make a lot of moves here. I'm glad we didn't trade for Ramsey. I've said it. I'm not trying to give up no players, and not only that, I'm not trying to give $21 million of the $30 million that we have. You know, like I'd rather sign Simmons at I would rather sign Justin Simmons at $7.5 million, which that's what he made with the Falcons, and still played good ball, and he's played great ball with the fucking Broncos. I mean, this fucking guy got 32 fucking interceptions in the safety position. I mean, I would take him in a heartbeat. Like, he's averaged fucking anywhere between 3 and 6 interceptions damn near every fucking year of his career. So I'd most definitely look to take him for sure. Corner-wise, I think the only guy that even makes any sense of what we're doing would be DJ Reader, and I don't know if they would want him because he's not a fucking 6'2" corner. He's a 5'11", but the guy can play good fucking football. I mean, he plays really good fucking football. So I don't think, like, I think that's who I would probably target if we were going after him. I mean, they obviously showed they weren't getting Shaq Griffin because they didn't sign him. So, I mean, you don't really have very many options left there in the corner position. So that's why I'm kind of just favoring the Simmons and move Chin to the nickelback. I mean, Chin would be the perfect nickelback. I mean, his fucking goddamn relative is Steve Atwater. I mean, the guy can most definitely play the position, dude, and hurt your ass. So, I mean, I would push that if it was me. But like I said, I mean, with the whole Ramsey deal to over there, I mean, I think the Miami fleece the fuck out of these guys. They literally give him Jalen Ramsey at the end of his career. They fucking give him fucking Judon Smith over there, which, yeah, he did have a low-key breakout year with Aaron Rodgers. He's probably going to play pretty good football. But, again, they just traded him there for a few first-round picks. They give him fucking Ramsey and fucking Smith, and they got back Mika Fitzpatrick, which is one of the best safeties in the whole fucking NFL. So, I mean, I think they fleeced the fuck out of those dudes if you're just asking me. I mean, in my fucking opinion. So, I think fucking Miami did a good deal on that deal. I mean, Ramsey didn't want to be there, period. He just didn't want to be there. And you're telling me that you were able to trade Ramsey and get back Fitzpatrick, I mean, I would have never seen that coming. And I know that they're just making that deal because of Smith, but Smith that was like one of his best years yet. So, I mean, and I get it. They're probably looking at it like, okay, Tua fucking with him and now Rodgers with him. So I get why they're probably comparing that. But again, Smith been in the league for multiple years and he hasn't played like that yet until just last year. So I think the fucking Dolphins won that trade easily. Plus, what was it? Did they give up a fifth and got a sixth back or something like that too? Like, fuck, come on.
They gave up a 7th round pick, and the Steelers gave up a 5th round pick. Then we gave up.
That's crazy.
Versus one. To be honest with you, it didn't look like both players one was a winner over the other. The only thing, though, I do say about the Dolphins that they still have a problem is the Tyreek Hill situation, because Tyreek Hill wants out because of the quarterback. And people are saying,
I don't think that's even true at all. True at all. I mean, literally, fucking Tyreek was just on the show. No, he put deuces up, and people are just fucking, they're manipulating the conversation. Tyreek Hill, if anybody goes back and looks at Tyreek Hill's profile, he puts deuces up on every fucking thing. That's his fucking deal. When he outruns the guy, he puts up deuces. I mean, every fucking time to the end zone. That's his trademark, and people started overdoing that. I mean, Tyreek was literally on a podcast just recently saying that if it was Mahomes or Tua, and he said Tua is the better quarterback, and I was like, oh, okay, bud, but
yeah, like, but he'll backtrack sometimes. He won't.
Tyreek Hill ain't going nowhere. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, well, like I said, Tyreek Hill, he's like, most coaches though, whenever a player says something or anything, they got to take it seriously and say, hey, when they start like talking like social media, that's one thing these players got to stop doing. Stop doing that social media unless it's talking about like positiveness, not saying how bad this team is or anything, or like saying it without saying it, But I think that with Tyreek Hill's message is Tua needs to be healthy. If he's not healthy, then I don't want to be here. He wants a quarterback who can throw the ball to him. He doesn't want a mediocre quarterback throwing the ball, and Tua, he's been unhealthy because of those concussions, and some people think he should retire because of the concussions he's taken. He's not even an old player; he's a young guy still. It's crazy. I mean, look at Andrew Luck. He retired before his prime, and he did it out of thinking about his family and everything. He didn't want to end up becoming a vegetable, He said it was after the preseason was over. He was getting hurt, got a concussion. He said, fuck it, I'm out. And then all the fans were pissed off, They didn't want Luck gone. And, and that's when the playoffs were over for the Colts as soon as Luck was gone.
All right, Dustin, Rudy, y'all take it easy, man.
All right, dude. Have a good night.
All right, you too.
But yeah, the Ramsey trade, it could be a good thing for Ramsey to be with the Steelers. Mika Fitzpatrick going back to the team that drafted him. It could be a win-win situation for both teams. But we'll have to see, though. Like I said, the Dolphins, though, they've been having injury problems, and that's been their problem. And the quarterback situation, that's the number one situation. Because Tyreek Hill won't mean nothing without a good quarterback,
Yeah, it's facts. He's going to most definitely need one. I mean, fuck, people thought about him coming here with Geno. I mean, fucking, dude, Tyreek would outrun Geno's fucking weak-ass arm. He ain't keeping up with Tyreek, dude. I mean, Tyreek's a fast motherfucker. He literally just ran that 100-meter in a 10.1 100-meter. I mean, get the hell out of here. Tyreek fast as fuck. So,
well, at one time, there's some players that are faster than Tyreek Hill, but very few. But ones that aren't playing in the NFL that were faster than him. But the guy I thought was faster than Tyreek Hill, but he was more agile and everything. But he ended up doing the stupid was Henry Ruggs, because I've seen Derek Carr. He overthrows a lot of people sometimes, but when Derek Carr throws the ball to Ruggs, it's difficult to overthrow Ruggs. He has that speed and he can burn people. I mean, but Tyreek Hill, he's the kind of guy you can throw a short pass and he just outruns everybody in front of him. They could be like a yard or two away from him, and he'll just outrun them. He's not a guy that can extend his arms unless he beats the DB and he beats him like by a car space. Yeah, he's gone. But if he has someone on him and he extends his arms and everything, he's not like Ruggs who can extend and then hit speed. He's a different type of speed demon than Henry Ruggs. Ruggs, he's the guy that can extend his arms. He's got better hands than Tyreek Hill. But the only thing Tyreek Hill has is experience over Ruggs. Ruggs could have been a great player, but and like you said earlier, once you've been out of the NFL, man, it takes a lot out of you. Even if you're in good shape or even playing a real life, the whole 9 yards, NFL shape is different than being excellent shape. They're two different shapes. Your body has to be ready and prepared and reps and all that compared to different reps. And I do agree. Ruggs should go to the XFL or not XFL, UFL, do all that, and and if he's looking better and better, and maybe he might go to the NFL, but I seriously doubt it. I think his best option is the XFL. Just like that stupid idiot Colin Kaepernick, he should have went to the XFL. He didn't do it, and look what happened. Nobody wanted him. They tried him out, but that didn't mean they wanted him. They're just
if he would have just went back to the XFL for a year, somebody would have probably signed him. Somebody would have probably signed him, no problem. I mean, come on, dude. Look at Damon Arnett showed that he let all the politicking get in front of the way. He let the Ruggs deal get in the way. Like, Arnett let other shit get in his way. But he wanted to play football hella bad. He was willing to go back to the XFL to play just so he can come back to the NFL. And he fucking did. He played good ball for the Texans. And the craziest thing is that Damon Arnett got sought after by the Niners. The Niners wanted to sign fucking Damon Arnett, and he turned him down to play for fucking Houston. So I think at the end of the day, I mean, Damon Arnett has obviously worked his way back. The Niners wouldn't try to go after a guy that they didn't feel had any potential. And I think from him turning them down and wanting to go with the Texans, it just shows that there's something maybe in that state, maybe somebody over there like disciplines him a lot different. So maybe that's why, maybe he got family there. I don't know, but whatever it is with Texas, dude, he's obviously turned his game around. So I don't know. I think at the end of the day, I mean, that's where Ruggs needs to go. No matter how much shape he thinks he's in. I've said it. Ruggs came from college, dude, as a high fucking pick in the draft, and he fucking still struggled in year one. He didn't start developing until year two. He's been out of the league ever since. So he never got to finish out that season. He never got to fucking become the player he could have became. You know what I mean? Like, so all he's done is gone backwards the whole fucking time. And there ain't no coach in there teaching him fucking routes and fucking how to run or timing or this and that. This isn't a movie. It's not The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler. I mean, it's real life shit. You know what I mean? So I think at the end of the day, as much as people would like Ruggs or not, I would say you're going to hurt the production of some of your players here. And you have a lot of good players here, as in Beach and Thornton and fucking Trey. Like, let them develop. They've been here. They're consistent. Let them fucking go. If we want to bring back Ruggs and give him a fucking trial because we drafted him, then great, give him a trial. But I'm willing to bet he don't even make the team. Like, I'm willing to bet he don't even make the squad. And to sit there and say, like, he still runs a 4.27, 4.25 40, I would highly doubt that, dude. There's nowhere in that fucking place that's allowing him to run track. I mean, at least I haven't heard no fucking deals about him running track. And when you're running for speed's like an everyday deal. Like, you got to practice every fucking day with speed. Like, if you go 5 years and not practice running, I mean, I'm not going to say he couldn't probably get back down to a 4.3 type speed, but speed's one of the fucking fastest things to go when you don't have a way to train for it. So I don't know how you sit in jail for prison 5 years and still be running a 4.340. I mean, I can't see that you're not even getting that much yard time to do that shit. So I would probably bank that he's probably running like more closer to a 4.440, which still isn't bad, and it's still not bad. And I wouldn't doubt if he runs like a 4.37, maybe 4.35, but he ain't running no 4.2 he's not running no 4.240. So, I mean, if he's still running a 4.35, 4.37, that's not bad. But where's his hands at? Where's his catching at? Where's his route running at? You know, like all that shit. And if you're sitting here looking at, like, if you're just being real in the conversation, when Ruggs came out, he was a fucking first round pick, and he still struggled in routes. He still struggled on the field. And look at Thornton. Thornton, what is he, a 4th round pick? And he already knows the route tree. Like he's come out more developed than Ruggs came out of college. So
Ruggs
I don't know.
Better when he was a slot receiver. They put him in a slot. He shared the slot with Renfro because he struggled on the outside. But then when they put him on the inside, that's what Gruden was doing, and he was improving and was doing better. You know, so he was kind of being used as the motion guy, which made him a much dangerous weapon because once he moves in motion, then it's like if you're not playing zone, you're playing man on this dude. Man, you're burnt. You know, I mean that's where I was seeing Ruggs. He was improving, and then all of a sudden, Gruden, the emails with Gruden, and then all of a sudden he does a stupid, and man, I was like, man, that dark pit was like right in my stomach, like, oh shit, you know. I mean, that was the darkest day, one of the darkest days for Raider Nation, and darkest day for the family to that woman that was killed in that RAV4 where Henry Rudd was going over 150 miles an hour in a Stingray Corvette. That's just still crazy to this day, you know.
156 mile an hour and just fucking rear-end somebody. And I mean, Rocket, you're right, dude. I mean, like you said, he was trying to play this guy. He wasn't. There's another guy that had horrible rapping. I mean, walking around with guns trying to be just somebody you're not being. You're fucking thugging with a dude on fucking Instagram Live, and then the guy is just a dumbass. And I think at the end of the day, you're here to play the game or you're here to fucking showcase. And some of these guys showcase like it's straight facts. So, like at the end of the day, I'm glad that Arnett was able to overcome it, put things aside, be able to focus back on the game that he did love. And sometimes just getting away from people that is sometimes what gives you that better advantage. So I think, like you said, at the end of the day, I give props to Arnett, dude. Like, I do give props. And it's just like I give props to Vic, dude. After Vic went through all the shit, like, I'm not saying the dog shit was any cool. Like, I'm not saying any of that. But I am saying, like, going as a backup, going back through all the stuff and working his way back. I mean, I give him the credit, too. It's really hard, like a Jameson Winston role, when you throw in 5,000 fucking yards and then now you're a backup, like, that's a really big deal, and that's why I always try to say don't overlook the yards to make a player look good. Jameson Winston smoked Geno's ass, dude, and he smoked him by touchdowns. The only problem is he throw just as many interceptions as he would touchdowns. So if Jameson Winston only threw fucking, he threw those 32 touchdowns and 14 interceptions, he would have probably been winning a Super Bowl that year. I mean, the guy was on fucking fire, but when you're throwing 32 touchdowns with 32 interceptions, you better be throwing for 10,000 fucking yards, So that's why I've always said don't confuse yards like it's a fucking primary stat line that determines if you're a great quarterback. That's not fucking true. It just means you're throwing the ball a lot. That's all it means, So, but either way, I mean, like I said, I think we have a pretty good team in line. I think we have a pretty good team all around. I wouldn't risk it on a guy like Ruggs to jeopardize what we could be building here versus looking too much in our past. I think we signed off on him, and I don't care if he does go to the Chiefs. Like, kudos to him. I don't care. Like, at the end of the day, the Chiefs have nothing to gain from us by him going there. Everything we did 5 years ago, good luck. We change every year. So 5 years ago, he ain't helping you do shit. So I think at the end of the day, you just got to pass on Ruggs, man. Like, you just have to pass on him with Disney.
Yeah, I agree. Ruggs' history, I mean, yes, it hurt badly when that happened, but when the years pass by, you have to move on. And Ruggs, I think he needs to do is go back, go to the UFL, and then get better there, play more games, and perhaps a NFL team will sign him. I don't think anybody's going to sign him. I don't even think the Chiefs will sign him. I mean, they're not going to do it. I mean, if they want to sign him, they probably sign him as a return man mostly, and I don't think Ruggs wants to be a return man.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I wouldn't even give him the job because Tucker is going to be a return guy. So that's why I say I would just stay with what I have, you know.
Yeah, I was saying Tucker might not be the third or fourth receiver. I mean, he might be a fourth receiver and be a kick and a punt returner, you know, and because of Thornton, you know, and when you have Thornton right there, he could be either the slot or he could be an outside receiver, depending on what's going on. Most likely a slot receiver, you know, and they can use him on deep routes. They could interchange the slot receiver position too. You know, it doesn't have to always be one player being in the slot. They can move. They put 2 or 3 different wide receivers playing the slot. You know, on special plays.
Yeah, you know, Rock, you're right. I mean, with Geno out there practicing off the field, bro, I mean, it shows something that we do need because he does need to make up with the players. He does need to get as much chemistry as physically possible. When you're at a practice, you're governed reps and what you're doing. I think when you go to a park, you're able to have a little bit more gel with the player. I mean, Derek Carr didn't play with Adams for years, but he knew what Adams liked and what he did. So he had the familiarity there where he was able to pick up with him right away, but they still went to the park to gel, things like that. So I agree. I think as long as he can get it together like that, man, we will make good strides. It's just, can he get it together, man, can he get it together and win us the games that we need? I mean, our roster is not easy. Our schedule is not easy. Like, our schedule is hard as fuck. So, I mean, if we're not out here winning right off the get-go, there's nothing guaranteeing us 3 straight wins in that fucking Colts, Bears, and fucking is it Jags? Colts, Bears, Jags. Well, there's nothing guaranteeing us the wins there. So coming out here in the beginning, what is it? Patriots, fucking Chargers, Redskins. So I mean, there ain't nothing guaranteeing us winning there either. So we better get one for sure. And I mean, with him sending them out to be able to gel with players and get down, you know, get it down quicker. Yes, I agree 100%. Better for Geno to be out there fucking packing with the players, man. These guys, I just read through this comment here. I mean, these guys argue like women, man. Like, literally. You know, Rock, I appreciate you, bro, just keeping it to football. I mean, like, your shit's about the easiest. I go through, I see Rocky's talking football. These guys are talking weird, dumb shit. Like, nobody even cares. Like, I don't understand it. Appreciate you, James. Always cool as fuck. He's always been cool ass dude. I feel like I don't understand, like, why is there people that go to a chat to talk shit to people you've never met, never gonna meet, fucking, who gives a fucking what he thinks? I mean, I don't give a fuck what half these motherfuckers think, period. Like, literally, tell them on the daily. Like, I don't understand it. But either way, fucking, that's why you got weird motherfuckers. Outside of it, I think we had one more topic. What was the one more topic? Fucking, the defense. What was it? The defense.
The Harveys.
Needs to step up.
Yeah, I think that's Harveys.
Who cares? We'll talk about it. You have anything you want to talk about it on first?
Yeah, the defense. Yeah, we do. And like you said earlier, the secondary position, the corner. That's what's been our problem for a long time. Even Jack Del Rio, during the time of Jack Del Rio, we never had good corners.
Salute out.
Yeah, we needed a shutdown corner. We've never had one since Nnamdi Asomugha, the last shutdown corner. It's been our Achilles heel. Even Jack Del Rio had great linebackers and defensive line, but the secondary, it was always our biggest, Achilles heel. That's been our problem, and sometimes it looks like we solved that problem. I mean, even though we don't have a true shutdown corner yet, it's still to determine if we're going to have one. Sometimes, just like Nnamdi, he was not originally a shutdown corner. He became one later on. He was a late first-round pick who originally was a safety that became a shutdown corner at 6'2", 212 pounds. And man, I like Nnamdi. I liked it when he laid out Lorenzo O'Neal, and Lorenzo O'Neal went to sleep. When they were going to run the ball, and he just came in out of hell. And Lorenzo O'Neal didn't square his shoulders, but he was meant for blocking, not running. And Lorenzo O'Neal laid out his 255-pound ass to the ground, and he went to sleep. And I enjoyed that game, even though we didn't win against the Chargers. But I enjoyed watching that hit, and it was on that old program they used to have called He Got Jacked Up. That was
he got knocked the fuck out.
Oh yeah, that would be for Friday. Smokey, the Chris Rock played, but they had jacked up. Yeah, they had jacked up. It was. I enjoyed jacked up. I like seeing DBs or corners, linebackers, D linemen knocking people out, or even offensive players knocking someone out. Like Urlacher looked like he was taking out Clennis Portis, the running back for the Washington Redskins, way after he was a Denver Bronco donkey, whatever. Well, he went heads up with Urlacher. Urlacher looked like he made the stop, right? Only one bad thing. Urlacher went backwards, and Clennis Portis didn't go backwards. He went forward, and they said Urlacher got jacked up. It was crazy.
And Omni, man, was a scheme fit, dude. Man, press corner here. He played zone. I think he went to Philadelphia, and I think they played zone over there. And he fucking was not the same player at all. When he was here, he was dependent on being on an island by himself and fucking shutting people down. And like you said, having Charles Woodson, having Omni, and then fucking we just haven't had a guy after that really. It kind of gives me the hope with Porter, because fucking Porter is a dangerous fucking player, dude. Like, people don't really realize what Porter is. A very dangerous player. Porter played the wide receiver position, and he's a tall, fast. He's good, dude. He can get in and out of fucking in and out of cuts and everything. And I think it's really hard, dude. Like, when you're a corner that doesn't play receiver, you don't know how a receiver thinks in certain cuts, so how he's going to get you on the sideline, how he's going to break you and go from the sideline back into the middle of the field and maybe turn around back to the sideline. Like, there's a difference with Porter. Porter has the advantage because he already knows what that guy's thinking. He's thinking like, okay, this guy's going to try to cut me over here on the line, then he's going to push off because that's something I would do. Like, he already has the advantage to it. So for me, I'm kind of hoping Porter is our next fucking, Asomugha and fucking Charles. And I know he's not going to be them, but I'm just saying, like, a good corner for a long period of time, and I'm hoping to Cameron Richardson too. I mean, the Cameron Richardson's a fucking 6'2", runs a 4.3 40. I mean, big bodied fucking corner, dude. And if you're getting Porter and Cam fucking both playing out there, I mean, that's a fucking ideal, cornerback field for Pete Carroll's system. So I would love to see those two guys fucking pan out, but I'd mostly love to see fucking Porter just show up this year, period. Like, just show up, dude, and push Bennett off that job, dude. Like, I don't like Bennett, man. Like, I don't dislike him. I just don't like putting a player in a spot, dude, where you're week fucking 10 and say you goddamn fucking 8-2 and your main corner goes out for the rest of the season. You know, like, I don't like that shit. And yeah, can it happen with anybody? Yeah, I'm not going to argue that fact, but statistics say that Bennett's ass going to have it happen again. Like, that's what statistics say. It's literally a 50% odds. So you don't want to have those kind of odds. You want to have like a fucking 82% or fucking 85%, you know, like you don't want to have 50-50. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what Bennett's going to do to stay healthy. I don't know if it's coaching error or not. I don't know, but we're just going to have to wait and see. But if you're sitting here saying like Pete Carroll and them have been having him play with the twos the whole time when he was ready to come back on the field last year, probably just shows like Pete and them aren't viewing them the same way other people are viewing them. They're probably like, hey, go play with the twos and see if you can grasp this system and see how you do there. But even then, I mean, you still got some pretty good players over there in the twos, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I do agree with him being a former wide receiver and thinking like a receiver in order to have advantage over corners. I see him as a long, tall, lanky guy. He's got long body, so in some ways he'll look like he got a reception, but it's an interception. And he's completely different than, like you said, a Charles Woodson and a Nnamdi Asomugha. He'll be his own guy, and we'll have to see. I mean, I've seen a wide receiver play corner before, but it was on the Patriots named Troy Brown. But he was mostly a wide receiver than he was corner. But he only played corner because of the fact of injury when one of the corners got hurt, and he ended up taking that spot. So, but I think it'll be interesting to see Porter, who's 6'3", he's 206 pounds. So I know people say he's got the look of a Richard Sherman, but we'll have to see, though.
Yeah, it's facts. I mean, fucking, yeah, Hero, bro, just leave it be. You don't got to keep on telling them, like you've said it like 10 times, so just leave it be, bro. I got to tell you in our chat and tell you in here, like, just let it fucking be. Like, nobody cares what you and Jack Kenna say or what somebody said to Jack or not. He's a grown-ass man. He can take care of himself somewhere else. And if you don't like it, then don't fucking be where they're at. You know, like, I don't understand how you guys are grown men in society and you worried about some dude in a fucking chat what somebody else tells them. You know, like, I look at it like this. If a guy can't defend himself in a chat, he probably shouldn't be in it. You know, like, I don't get it. Like, nobody else gives a fuck about what he's saying because nobody really cares. Like, I don't understand the whole fucking deal about why you guys go back and forth over shit. Like, I've literally read this deal up here and it's the same shit, just been told 10 different ways. Like, literally. And Hero, you do write like you got ADHD, bro. Like, you literally just write over and over and over. Like, you're cool, dude. Just quit fucking messaging that dude. Like, literally. Salute, bro. I don't even know how to say your name. Is it Chuz NFL News and Podcast? Like, what is that?
I think it's pronounced Choose, I think.
Choose? He just don't have an E in it. He uses a U.
Yeah, I think it's, if I'm right, or I hope I'm not wrong, or anything. I think it's kind of like an Asian, Chewy, yeah. Chewy. He calls him okay, James calls him Chewy. Okay, I guess it's pronounced Chewy.
Yeah, that's how I was looking at it. Salute, Mike. Appreciate you, bro. Long time no see you talk.
You know, that'd be funny if Chewy had he had an avatar of Chewbacca and put a Raider jersey on it. That would look pretty cool.
You know, if they played Holmes Rock in the slot, dude, and played Jacorian there, I wouldn't have an issue with it. I would just have Dots there too. I would have Dots in there too, because Dotson's a fucking little badass dude, and I hope he shows up here in camp because that guy can just be a straight badass. And if it was Holmes and Dotson in the slot, I would be 100% okay with that. Like, he's not gonna get hurt. The guy he's a fucking little rocket over there. Jacory and I'd have no problem him playing in the slot as long as there's somebody there to take his spot when he gets hurt. It'd probably be easier to replace him there. But the other issue is how is he going to match up against fucking Kelsey, man? Like, that's all I feel like if you bring Jeremy Chin down there, he will knock the fuck out of Kelsey. Like, he'll knock the fuck out of Kelsey. So, totally different type player. But, you know, Holmes didn't show up the whole fucking camp. Okay, he didn't show up in fucking OTAs. He showed up in mandatory minicamp on the last motherfucking day. And I guess if you're going to show up at any time, that's the time to do it, because he picked off Aiden and he picked off fucking Gino that day for 2 picks. So, I mean, like I said, Holmes had everybody thought Holmes was going to come into this fucking camp and just own it. And he struggled the whole fucking beginning, but he did come on at the end. So, I mean, I hope he can get it together. Salute Chew, salute all you guys, man. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I mean, look, dude, I like our team. I like what we have going on. I think you're asking for a lot of things to happen offensively and defensively and just be perfect. I think you're hoping on high hopes on a lot of moving pieces. But this is what I would say. If anybody's going to have the success right away, I've said it, Pete's record shows every single time that he's restarted a team over, it's usually taken him a year to get the production out of that team to be able to fucking start being a winning fucking team. But there's nothing saying with the team that him and Spytek have put together, filling in certain places, fucking look, even if Gino struggles, you have your quarterback right behind him. He's played with the same fucking team, same line, same everything. I mean, I've said it. I don't think you're really hurting either which fucking way offensively. I mean, you're getting Genty, that's a way better fucking running back than Zamir would ever be in his life. I think you're just fixing a lot of big hole needs here. You're putting a guy where, you know, last year you didn't even have a number 2 wide receiver, and now you got Beach, and then now you even may have fucking Thornton pushing for the 3rd spot. Worst case, he's the 4th spot. Like, it's just like our roster made a massive change offensively. And to say Aiden went out and won games with the shit ass fucking receivers and squad that we had, he couldn't go out and win with this fucking squad. That's crazy as fuck. That's just fucking the mental shit, you know? Like, so I would just say, like, I think on the defensive side, we need people like Harper in the safety, people like Holmes in the fucking corners. We need Snowden to fucking pop up this year. We need JJ Pegas to fucking show up in his rookie year out here on the line. I don't know if I misread something earlier, but it said somebody was saying that Tyree was a nose tackle, but there's no fucking way that's happening. I mean, you would play Tyree as a DT in a 4-3 setting where he plays the outside fucking DT as a pass rusher, not as a fucking NT. Like, he'll get fucking bitched on at NT. So I don't think I would do that. But if we're saying that we're running a 4-3 and we want to put a guy on the inside in the DT position, I would put fucking Tyree there. But if you're saying we're running a fucking 3-4 and we're trying to put Tyree as the NT, that'd be a fucking mistake. I mean, there's a reason those NTs weigh like 330 fucking pounds. I mean, they're supposed to fill up a fucking hole. So you don't want to get caught doing that shit. That's for damn sure. But Tyree would never be. Yeah, he would never be a fucking permanent NT. Never, not ever.
Yeah, he would be more like in the 80s. They did have guys that were at the same size as Tyree Wilson, but that was the 80s. It's different, you know. That was the last time they ever did that, you know. And yeah, he would get dog plowed, you know, on a run on a 3-4. And we played really mostly a 4-2-5 defense, but we will sometimes play a 3-4 defense or basically a 3 a 3-3-6 or something defense. Basically a dime defense, which is just 3 D linemen going
3-3-5. It's a 3-3-5. 3 linebackers, 5 DBs.
Yeah.
But that's why I say, I mean, I think at the end of the day, if somebody's going to excel this team to the fullest potential he can in year one, I said why I wanted Harbaugh. I've said it. Harbaugh has never gone anywhere and not fucking succeeded. That motherfucker succeeds year motherfucking one. It's just who he is, dude. It's in his fucking blood. Like, that man does it everywhere he goes. And to sit and imply like Harbaugh had stuck with the Chargers this year, that's crazy as fuck. That team only got way better in the run game, wide receivers, got a better fucking defense. Like, their team's going to be a hard fucking team. And that's why I said I wanted him over fucking AP, because I told everybody I didn't want to get caught fucking sleeping. Why these motherfuckers got 3 Super Bowl Hall of Fame coaches. We're over here trying to run with a fucking mediocre fucking college coach that's never even called plays. Like, I was fucking not down for that at all. And to sit there and say 1 year later, we were able to change that fucking narrative and go with a guy like Pete Carroll, and then we're asking for a guy to literally hop in year one and produce at that level. I think he has every bit of the tangibles that fucking Harbaugh has. I mean, him and Harbaugh faced each other, USC, fucking Stanford, multiple. They have a fucking straight grudge with each other, but I think Pete knows how to deal with these guys. He's played against them. He's won against them. So I think when you're coming into this division and Pete's like, hey, we're fucking all or nothing. Like, we're just all or fucking nothing. Like, he's not here to fucking go and win 4 games. Like, that's not even in this motherfucker's vocabulary. Like, in Pete's mind, he's thinking 10 plus wins. Like, that's what Pete's fucking thinking all fucking ready. 10 plus fucking wins. So I think the team has the capability to win 10 to 12 games. I'm not going to lie. The problem is how many of these players that need to be rotational players are going to fucking show up. That's what I would say. Like, how many of them are going to be able to show up in the first year in the system? And if you're telling me Sincere, Monster, fucking, Genty all show up year one, you're telling me that fucking Thornton, fucking Trey, and fucking Beach show up in year one, then you're saying that you're going over to the defense and you're saying Thornton, fucking Paulo, fucking, I mean, I don't know if it's Lindenberg or Eichenberg fucking running in the defense, linebackers, but all of these guys showing up. I mean, that's in Holmes and fucking Dotson. I mean, you're asking for a lot of guys to show up, like, you're not just asking for 1 or 2 fucking dudes to show up. You're talking about like 10 fucking plus. So that's going to be a little fucking harder, like, that's a little bit harder. You're asking for a lot, so I would just say, like, if half of them show up, we're still going to be a good team. I just hope it's the people like Thornton and Tucker, or Thornton and fucking Porter. Those are the guys, and Paulo. If we can get those 3 just to show up this year, like, that's massive. That's massive. I think Genty shows up with no problem, so I'm not too worried about that. But if we're saying Thornton, Porter, and Paulo could all show up this year and fucking be contributing in a big way, I mean, that's a fucking win for us. That's a massive win for us.
Sometimes you just never know. I mean, these guys, even with limited experience, sometimes they could come out. I mean, it's very rare, but it does happen, though. Especially when they're not first-round picks. Usually the expectations of the first-round picks is for them to show up right now. But when it comes to 3rd, 4th, or 5th-round picks, you don't expect these guys to show up right now. And then sometimes they take them a few years to eventually become starters, or they just play special teams, But you just never know. Like, Nnamdi was a late first-round pick, but he was like a second-round player mostly. But the Raiders always would get late first-round picks, and it didn't hurt the Raiders to take a guy that's projected to be a second-round pick. He was going to be an early second-round pick, so The Raiders could either trade down their first round pick and go early second round, or they just take them in the first round, the late first round. But, Nambi was a great pick for us.
Yeah, I mean, he was, man. And I just think, like, I just wish at the end of the day we can get a few of these guys, man. If they can show up, I think we're gonna surprise a lot of people. I mean, I've put us at 8 and 9. I've said 8 and 9. I think will be where we can be 7 and 10 or 8 and 9. But I can see us being 10 and 7 or fucking 12 and 5. Like, I mean, there's a lot of, the more and more that you start seeing certain things as we're going forward, you're like, man, the potential can be good if everybody hits on it. But is that reality or is that just hopes? Like, there's a certain line of reality and hope, man. And more times than not, to stay on the logic side of things, you would want to just stay on the reality side and say, like, yeah, I can see the 8 wins. I mean, it's a hard schedule. There's a lot of these teams that are coming back even super fucking ripped, dude. Like, to sit and just say, like, we're going to win a lot of these games. I mean, a lot of these games can just kick the dog shit right out of us. Like, we may not even be in a competition with some of these fucking dudes after the first quarter, like, that's the only thing that I hate about when you try to be real about your team is that these guys just came off a Super Bowl. We didn't even fucking breathe playoffs, like, and is there a possibility that you can flip the script in just 1 year? I mean, yeah, look at Washington. Washington's probably a pretty good example of that. But again, you're talking about 32 fucking teams in the NFL. You're saying this every single year, and we're talking about Washington probably out of the last few fucking years. You know what I mean? Like, it isn't something that just happens every year. It's not something that's guaranteed, that one team is guaranteed to just surface up there. Like, when you put a guy like Pete Carroll here and you put all the people around here, you put all the players, does it give you a little bit higher expectation than a fucking AP? Yeah, fuck, no doubt about it. Like, yeah, I would never said with AP we were fucking winning anything. I told everybody the whole time. I took so much shit over that deal, and I told them all, I don't give a fuck. That guy's garbage. I told him straight up. People were like, you gonna eat crow on that? I told him, fuck no, this guy's trash. He's not gonna do shit. Now it's fucking right. Like, at the end of the day, dude, this is the NFL. This isn't Pop Warner football. This is the fucking top of the top. You can't go no higher. So if we're not paying attention to detail or coaching or what other fucking coaches are doing to win, then we're going to just shoot ourselves in the foot. When Tom Brady walked in the locker room and literally said, this doesn't feel like a winning culture to me, that just trumped on every Raiders fucking fan's dreams. Like, it literally just trumped on all of them, because all year long, they were hyping up that motherfucker. Like, this is what you do. When you win one game, you throw a Super Bowl party. And what did I tell everybody? I'm like, why are you in there smoking a fucking cigar beating a trash-ass team? Like, that doesn't even make no sense. You're partying like the fucking end of the world, dude, and you just beat garbage. Like, fucking, that's not how you do that shit, dude. Like, you can't do that shit. You got to go out there and beat good fucking teams. And then not only that, you got to stay hungry, just like Kobe in the finals, dude, when they asked him, like, hey, you just got to win one more fucking game, dude, and, like, why aren't you happy? He's like, this shit ain't done yet. Like, this shit ain't done. Like, what are you guys fucking over here talking about? Like, we still got to go out there and win. Like, you either have the Mamba mentality or you don't have no fucking mentality. It's like that clip that's gone viral kind of over the weekend about Gino talking about, like, that's why I get paid the big dollars. Like, you don't want to say shit like that. Like, when you start saying shit like that and people look back over your career, and any knowledgeable football fan just looks at your Seattle fucking stint, like, yeah, you had one good fucking season. Where were you last year, dude, when you were fucking 10 and 7 and fucking falter to get into the fucking win the playoffs, dude? Like, those things matter. Like, I don't want my quarterback going around saying shit like that until you're proving it on the field with your team. You don't want to stick your fucking foot in your mouth before the season fucking starts, and then you turn out like Jimmy or fucking Gardner. Like, you don't want to do that. And every fucking one of these guys that's come here have had the same problem he has, turnover ratio. So I'm hoping Chip can change that. I'm hoping Chip and Pete and them can fucking get him back on, hey, stay conservative, don't throw the fucking ball when you don't need to, take the sack, throw the fucking ball away. Like, that's what I'm hoping that they're going to be preaching to them all fucking year long. Just throw the fucking ball away, dude. You don't got to push it downfield. We run a good enough offense. We'll get the ball back, dude. Like, you don't got to fucking throw it into those motherfuckers. There's a difference when you're on the 10 fucking yard line and you're throwing the ball to their 30. It's no different than a fucking punt return. So go ahead and do that if that's what you have to do. But we shouldn't be doing that on every fucking play. You know, like, we got to stay to the system. And I'm hoping that, like I say, it'll work out good. I hope he'll do just fine, and we'll go from there and see what happens. But you have anything else you want to add on it?
No, I'm good. Getting a little tired, but
yeah, that's what I was going to say. I got to get up at 4, so we're about to cut this right now. Really do appreciate all the guys in the chat that just kept it football, man. Like, I really do appreciate it. I'm just going to make it known just like I make it known every fucking where I go, in my own chats and my fucking Instagrams and my Discord, all my shit. Like, I don't pay attention to the chats because there's always a lot of drama in there for no fucking reason. Just people have no fucking lives. At the end of the day, all the people that keep it football talk, keep it in there. I try to stay with your questions or read your comments. I really do appreciate it. Appreciate you, James, always keeping it down, keep being real. Appreciate you, Rock, for doing it, you know, keeping it football. I fucking hate people that just go bickering on about fucking modding. Like, who gives a fuck? No one cares about modding. Nobody cares. It's just more of a deal to show, hey, people, I like you, or you've been to my channel, and, you know, show faith to the channel. But I think it's a fucking joke. I mean, it's why I don't go to other people's chats. It's why I don't go to other people's channels. Like, too many people think that they umpire the chat. I'll tell it to you guys like this. If I didn't like someone in my chat, I'd be the motherfucker to take care of it. I'll get rid of them. I'll take care of it. You know, like, I don't depend on another mod in my chat to take care of fucking people talking. The chat is for people to talk. I don't care if he's a Charger fan, a fucking Broncos fan, a Niners fan. If they're here to talk fucking football, talk football. But I'll tell it to you like this, Piano, like I tell you in my fucking chat, just like I tell you in the DMs. I don't give a fuck about the drama. I don't give a fuck about what anybody else does on any other channel. I don't care about nobody exposing anybody or not. If you're in the fucking chat talking about exposing somebody, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard of in my life. Like, who the fuck is somebody exposing when somebody's made it public in a chat, literally when they wrote it? Like, I'm not understanding the whole concept when I'm reading these fucking deals. I think it's kind of pathetic if you ask me. I've said it. I've made this clear to every person about my channel. I don't give a fuck about the subs. I don't care about having 1,000 fucking people. I don't care about having, 50 fucking guys in my chat. If you can't be here to talk football, I don't want motherfuckers here to begin with. I don't want it. I don't fucking grow to a big level for a reason. I ban more motherfuckers, over 200 people. Like, I'm not worried about having another guy added to the fucking deal. I'm worried about if the people sub to our channel or come to our channel, they're here to talk football. They're here to talk about real shit in the game. Nobody gives a fuck about nobody's personal shit in the chat. I don't give a fuck. I like Jack to talk about fucking hunting, but if it's got to talk about somebody else's chat, somebody else's mod, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't give a fuck to hear it from them. I don't give a fuck to hear it from any motherfucking person. I don't care. I just care to talk football. That's what I give a fuck about. That's all I care about. And everybody's known that for 4 fucking years here. So I hope people don't come over to my chat to ramble on about somebody else's fucking chat. I don't give a fuck about somebody else's chat. And I'm going to just put it like this. If the bullshit keeps happening, I'm just going to time those motherfuckers out. So then they're not in my motherfucking chat. And then the people that want to have football conversations, we can have that in the chat. It makes you guys look like fucking, you got a grown ass man with a young ass kid and we're bickering about some fucking dude's chat. Like, that's got to be the craziest shit. Why ain't you bitching about your sorry ass fucking team? Like, how about that? Like, how to get better? What fucking scenarios? Are we going into fucking camp? What do we need to fucking do? That's why we're here. We're not here to talk about some motherfucker's chat. Like, I think it's crazy as fuck, dude. I literally read this for like, the last 15, longer than that, like 30 fucking minutes. And it's just going back and forth over the same conversation about what one fucking guy said. Nobody gives a fuck about that guy. Like, nobody cares about him. Okay? Like, over here on Dustin's fucking channel, Dustin don't give a fuck what any motherfucker does. Like, everybody knows that. I'm pretty fucking blatant about it more than I can be. I'm so blatant about it, it gets in motherfuckers' feelings right away. And I don't care. And everybody knows that shit. Like, let's just keep it to football and how you guys fucking doing. Like, that's what we should keep it to. Like, we shouldn't be talking about what somebody else said in a different chat. Shouldn't give a fuck about what's going on over there. Go deal with that over there. Like, you want to stay in that chat? Stay in that fucking chat. No one's going to miss you over here. Like, I want to talk about our team. Talk about what shit's going on today, just like I do with all my friends. That's why I have a fucking channel. That's why I put it on YouTube. Otherwise, I just go home and talk to my woman about fucking baking or what fucking, what drama show she's watching. But I'm not doing that. I'm here talking with you motherfuckers. So I didn't come in here to talk about, what is this fucking fucking basketball housewives or something? Like, I didn't do that. Came over here to talk football. That's what we're supposed to be doing. But I'm just going to make it clear, man. If you guys keep on doing it, I don't care who the fucking person is. I'm banned. I won't ban you, but I will time you out for 24 hours. Like, you're not going to be in this chat at all for the rest of the day, like, straight up. And I don't care if you like it or not. I mean, it don't give a fuck. So let's keep it at football. Let's go from there. Outside of it, I really do appreciate all you guys fucking showing up. I appreciate you guys bringing up topics and stuff. You were right, James, earlier about, I think I read a comment, if I remember right, you said about, God damn it, Warren Sapp. I just said, like, he was one of the guys that took a contract and still played his game. But yes, you were right. Like, he didn't live up to the potential he did with the fucking Buccaneers. 100% agree on that. But he did come here and he did fucking play for us. He didn't quit on us. He didn't quit on the fucking team. Like, he was a good player for us. So I just think that, yes, you're right. I didn't mean not to get back to it. I didn't forget. I just a million different deals and trying to talk with the show. So outside of it, I really do appreciate all you guys keeping it football talk, taking care of the chat, monitoring the chat, dude. Appreciate you guys not just timing people out or fucking moving on. Like I've always said, let somebody talk, but if it gets too repetitive, I mean, that's what a mod's job is to time out both of them, not just one of them. If both people are asked to stop and both people don't want to stop, that means both motherfuckers getting timed out. It ain't just one or the other, it's both. Because at the instant of one person being asked, they can end it. They can just be like, all right, different topic. But the people that keep on going in the same deal, it'll just be an instant timeout. And I've said mods have the right to do it because that's why they're mods. So I would say straight up, if a guy keeps on hindering the same conversation for fucking 20 minutes, then just send them on home for the night because they're not here to talk football, like straight up. But outside of it, appreciate all you guys, and we'll see you here on Saturday. We'll have a bunch of different people on the panel. Some of us the same, but we will have a few others on, and then we'll go from there. So, says I was disappointed with Sapp. I talked so much shit, thinking he was the same person he was in Tampa, but wasn't impressed by it. But he was okay. Yeah, facts. I agree, 100%. Just like Tucker, there's a lot of guys that came here that had really high fucking ceilings that we were hoping, and it just didn't work out, and that's kind of why I've said I would rather just stick with our drafted players because that's where it seems like we have most of our success, and fucking don't go wasting that money on a fucking guy that don't matter. Like if we took Simmons, we're only paying him $7.5 million, so we're not really taking no bigger risk on him than we did Kappa. So if he works, he works. He don't. We still have the players to replace him on the team with Harper, fucking Paulo, and fucking Chin. So we're not losing out on it. You know what I mean? So I just think I would take a risk in that way where we're only paying a guy like say 5 to 10 million versus paying a dude fucking 10 to 20. Like I don't want to pay a guy 10 to 20, man. Like if I'm just being honest, I don't want to do that. But outside of it, dude, really do appreciate it. We suck at drafting also, but I agree. Built through the draft. Yeah, we've sucked through the draft for years. Like I've said it. I think the only good draft pick we've had is Max. Like literally, I think Max is showing that he's probably the best fucking draft pick we've had in goddamn long minute. I think everybody else. I mean, Colton Miller was all right. But it's not until current. Like when you have people like JPJ, I mean, if Malcolm Kuntz pans out, you know what I mean? We have a few good guys, but yes, we're not hitting on every year in our draft and hitting on all our fucking guys. But hopefully with Spytek, I mean, he got 5 out of 5, dude. If he can keep those players good in this draft, I mean, I think Spytek knocked it out of the fucking park in year 1, and that's not very common. But hopefully he can do it again next year. I mean, if you're drafting 10 playable players and 2 drafts, I mean, how do you get any better than that? You know, like, that's pretty fucking solid numbers. So, but we'll have to see where Grant and fucking Rogers and, you know, where everybody falls in line, Beach, Thornton, fucking Porter, Genty. We'll have to see where all of them fall in line at. But yeah, I agree. I mean, I've said, even when it comes to quarterback, the only time we had success with the quarterback was Derek Carr. We drafted him. Everybody else, dude, that we fucking sign in big name quarterbacks, all fucking suck. None of them ever panned out to do shit. So, like I've said, the free agency can hurt us more than it's helped us, dude, in recent past or recent, you know. So, but outside of it, yeah, I appreciate it, dude. Appreciate the comments. Like I said, I appreciate all you guys, man. Really do. So outside of that, we'll call it a night. We'll see you back here on Saturday, same time, 9:30. And let's see if we have more to talk about. Hopefully some more news comes out. Maybe we sign a player. Fuck, maybe we trade a player. Who fucking knows? But hopefully we can figure out something and go from there. Outside of that, I hope you guys have a great night. And we'll talk to you guys in the next one, man.
Good night, everyone.